Yo, what's up, guys? James Carter TV here to give my top 10 NFL free agents for the 2014 NFL free agency period. Today, the tampering period started, so that allows teams to talk to these free agents, but they cannot come to an agreement until Tuesday when officially free agency opens up. But before I begin this video, make sure if you're new to my channel to click right up there in that corner to subscribe for more videos, and make sure to follow me on Twitter at James Carter TV. Now, with that said, let's get into this video. So, top 10 free agents. Now, this is not a very strong free agent pool, if you will. It's not that great. I mean, but there could be some gems in here, and there's one or two big gems at the top, which I will get into, but we will start from number 10, and we will go to number 1. But if you're in a rush, yeah, go ahead in the description box. There it will be. I understand. And also sometimes too lazy to watch all videos, so go ahead. Now, number 10 on this list is a guy that has really underperformed recently. In fact, this year and past year, he sucked. For the most part. And that is Hakeem of the New York Giants. But I have him as the highest rated wide receiver of all the free agents over Eric Decker, who I believe is a product of Peyton Manning, by the way. But I just think that Hakeem is still a young player. And we've seen what he has done in the past. 2011, boom, what a huge season for Hakeem en route to a Super Bowl appearance and victory. So we've seen before that he can do it. He's still young. He didn't get a touchdown last season, but he still got about 856 yards. So he can still do it. And because of that, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, and I'll put him at number 10 on this list, because if he gets his act together, boom, he'll be the best free agent of this class. Okay, so I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I think he's going to sign a one-year deal with a team, like maybe New England, one-year waiver. He's going to show up. He's going to get a long-term deal, and I'm going to be like, here is Hakeem once again, because I think he's ready to prove us all that he still exists, that he's still good, and we'll see it for ourselves. But for now, he's number 10 on this free agent list. Number 9, I have T.J. Ward, safety of the Cleveland Browns. This is a guy that Ray Horton, he was the defensive coordinator in Arizona. He went to Cleveland, and he used T.J. Ward pretty interesting. He kind of used him more of a linebacker. He was in the box a lot. He wasn't really out in coverage, which kind of suits T.J. Ward. So if you're an aggressive defensive coordinator, if your team employs an aggressive mindset, then this is the man for you. He will play in the box. He'll be very aggressive against the run game. He'll shut guys down in the run game, but he will be a liability in coverage. And that's the one problem that T.J. Ward has in his game, the coverage standpoint of it. But he's still young, and I do give a little more towards the young guys when it comes to free agents, because if you're an old washed-up free agent, I'm just like, man, whatever. But if you're still young, you're about 26, 27, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, hey, maybe you saw potential to do something. When you're older, you don't have much potential to do anything. But T.J. Ward, though, still has that potential. I like what he does against in the run game, so that's why he's number 9 on this list. Number 8, I have offensive tackle Jared Veldheer of the Oakland Raiders. Now, this is a guy that went down with a season-ending injury this past year, but again, he is a consistent left tackle. He can shore up the blind side of your offensive line. The Raiders have the most cap room in the league, and yet they haven't re-signed anybody, which makes no sense to me. I can't believe that. Because this is one of the guys that should be re-signing. He's been consistent, even though the entire rest of the offensive line is horrible in Oakland. He has been consistent. He will be a nice option for a team looking for an offensive tackle like Arizona, like possibly Miami. This is someone that will be consistent for you, still has potential attached to him, and will be a nice option for your team. So that's why Jared Veldheer is number 8 on this list. Number 7 is defensive end Michael Johnson of the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, if Michael Johnson was a free agent last year, he was scheduled to be a free agent, but he was franchise tag. If he ended up being a free agent last year, he would have got paid. This guy would have got big money. He got 11.5 sacks last year in 2012, but in 2013 he only got 3.5. But he still got the pass rush productivity, and that's what teams are going to see on film. So they're still going to pay this guy not as much as they would have last year, but he's still going to get paid. And I still think, he will still be able to produce this year, but still, he had a dip in production. I really feel sorry for this guy, because this guy would have got paid last year in free agency. This year, not as much, but still will get paid. Numero 6 would be Brandon Albert of the Kansas City Chiefs. Remember, the Kansas City Chiefs drafted Eric Fisher. This guy was supposed to, oh, okay, we can get rid of Brandon Albert. It's not a big deal. Well, guess what? Brandon Albert played pretty damn well for your team, while Eric Fisher was benched during your playoff run. So how did that end up for you? But Brandon Albert, again, very consistent last year at left tackle. He can still play left tackle. I'm already hearing his name attached to the Arizona Cardinals, I've heard. I think I heard the New York Jets, but I'm not sure on that. But Arizona Cardinals, I'm already hearing that. I'm hearing him to the Cardinals, him to the Cardinals. So, boom, we may have a match right there. We may have a connection, a relationship getting going over there in Arizona, and I think he will be a very good left tackle in Arizona, and he could help them finally get to the playoffs once again. Brandon Albert is number 6 on this list. Number 5 is defensive end Lamarr Houston of the Raiders. Now, because no one wants the Raiders most likely, let me tell you about the Raiders. What the Raiders did defensively was they said, hey, we're either going to sack you or we're going to allow touchdowns. And this is the guy that this is one of the guys that sacked you. Okay, this guy had a big year last year. He's scheme versatile because throughout all the defensive coordinators and head coaches that's been in and out of Oakland, this guy's been consistent, pretty consistent throughout his years in Oakland, and he still has a lot of upside, a lot of potential attached to Lamarr Houston. I think he gets paid pretty well. I would love for him to go to my team, the Tennessee Titans, but for right now, Lamarr Houston is number 5 on this list. A lot of upside there for Lamarr Houston. I'm really a big fan of Lamarr Houston. Can play in a 3-4, can play in a 4-3, can play in a Tampa 2, can play in a hybrid. He can play anywhere. In fact, hybrid would be great for him because, like I said, he can play anywhere. So big free agent upcoming for Lamarr Houston. I think he's going to get paid. Number 4, Michael Bennett of the Seattle Seahawks. This is a guy that signed a 1-year deal with Seattle last year. 1-year deal. And this guy absolutely showed up in a big way. Helped them go to a Super Bowl ultimately. And I think he's going to get paid. I don't think he's going to get paid a lot. I think I foresee a 4-year deal for maybe 32. Maybe a little more than that, actually. Maybe 4-year, 36. I don't think someone's going to pay him $10 million a year. If they do, they're fools, I think. He still has a lot of mileage on him, but still, I like Michael Bennett a lot. That's why he's number 4, obviously. And he can still produce. He can still get to the quarterback, and that's what you want to see in today's NFL, in which the quarterback is the most important position. You got to get to him. This guy can do that. He's number 4 on this list. Number 3 is a guy that I'm very biased towards. I'm going to start my comments by saying that. I'm going to preface my comments by saying that. Is Alterraun Verner, the Tennessee Titans. This guy is great. And I know no one's seen this guy. No one knows this guy. Oh, he made the Pro Bowl this year. I guess he finally decided to be good. No. Let me tell you, Alterraun Verner has been great since his rookie season. This guy got 4 interceptions. His rookie season was making plays. The problem was, he had idiot Mike Munchak, come in, make stupid decisions, but with his offensive and defensive coordinator Jerry Gray, who's a fool. And that's why ultimately I don't think Alterraun Verner is going to go to Minnesota, because he knows how much Jerry Gray is a fool. These guys tried to replace Alterraun Verner each and every training camp. They try to say Tommy Campbell can replace him. Yeah, how well does that end up, okay? Alterraun Verner is a driven, very intelligent human being. Went to UCLA, graduated with a 3.9 GPA or somewhere high up there. Very mathematical, very smart. I mean, you see how Richard Sherman, how he studies the game. Alterraun Verner is very similar in that fashion. You know what you're going to get from Alterraun Verner. He's not the fastest guy. He's not the quickest guy. He's not the most athletic guy. He's the smartest guy. And he'll beat you there. He'll outsmart you. He'll outsmart the quarterback. That's why he's number 3. And he's still very young. 25 years old right now. This guy's young. He still has a lot of great years ahead of him. And I can't believe we're letting this guy go. But here we are. So Alterraun Verner is number 3. Number 2, Eugene Monroe of the Baltimore Ravens. The Baltimore Ravens were a mess last year, and Monroe didn't play absolutely great. I mean, he didn't play, wonderful, but still played well. And again, if you get him to a team, sign him to a good contract, get him into training camp, let him gain fluidity, continuity with the offensive line of that team, you will get great results from Eugene Monroe. That's why I have Eugene Monroe so high on this team. He was such a consistent tackle for Jacksonville for so many years. That's why, again, you wonder why the hell did these idiots get rid of him for a 4th and a 5th round pick. Why? No one knows. I don't know. You probably don't know. He's still a guy you can count on to be consistent on your offensive line at left tackle. That's why he's still number 2 on this list. And the Baltimore Ravens are going to let him go, and they're going to look for another tackle. Good luck finding a tackle as good as this guy. Good luck. And number 1 is Jairus Byrd of the Buffalo Bills. We know how great of a safety this guy is. This guy should have made more Pro Bowls than he has throughout his career. He's been great. All kinds of issues, though, contractually, because this guy's been arguing with the Buffalo Bills over his contract for God knows how long. Oh, my Lord. These guys have been battling. It looks like, though, he finally will be out of Buffalo, and it's been a long time coming, because Jairus Byrd, for the last 2 years, has been trying to get a contract. They haven't paid him. They've been franchising him. They've been trying to trade him. No one wants him. Well, people want him, but they don't want to trade for him. And it looks like he's finally coming out of Buffalo. And wherever he goes, he is a difference maker. He is a difference maker. He is a hard hitter. He's a very smart, calculating, always around the ball, great ball skills. You know what you're getting from Jairus Byrd, and that's why he's number 1 on this list. He's truly the biggest game changer of all these free agents, potentially. I mean, like I said, Alterraun Verner is a very good game changer. Lamarr Houston has a lot of upside, and Hakeem Mix, you can finally figure it out, he'll be back. So, this free agency doesn't look great on the surface, but there are some good players you can find here. So there are some diamonds in the rough. Gotta find those diamonds. Gotta bring them in. And then, who knows what's gonna happen. With that said, James Carter TV, what are your top 10 free agents? You don't gotta tell me all 10. You can tell me top 5 if you want. I mean, that's fine with me as well. But until next time, James Carter TV, I will be making all kinds of videos throughout the free agency period. So make sure to subscribe, because every time a major player is signed, boom, a video will be uploaded, because I love this type of year. Even though it's not a great free agency, I still love this time of year. Expecting a lot of videos for me this upcoming week. Until next time, James Carter TV, I'm out. Peace.